Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our third live practice class on SBL for September 24 attempt. So in the first two live classes, we did questions on Pestle and Porter 5. And we also understood the basic exam techniques, basic formats, how to decide the number of points, how to draft and link your answer with punchlines, right? So those of you who have just joined recently and have not watched the recording of the first two live classes, you must watch it as soon as possible and then submit your assignment of the first and second live classes. So today is our third live class. Most of you might know that 50%, in fact, more than 50% of your paper is based on common sense question. A common sense question is a question which does not require any theoretical knowledge, any model, any part of the syllabus. It is just to be answered using the exhibit and using your logical thinking and common sense approach. More than 50% of questions are like that. Now, this is good news for some students who are street smart. They have not studied a lot, but they can, using their smartness, they can handle these questions. And this is bad news for some students who are more bookish, who are more theoretical. So they will struggle, right? But the fact is that more than 50% of the paper is based on such questions. So it's very, very important that we develop this skill of how to think during the exam, how to handle a common sense question. So today I have deliberately selected a common sense question, hence there was no topic for you to revise, right? So we will do, today we will do a common sense question. Maybe we will do one more common sense question in the next class, and then we will do a lot more in August, right? So the question which I have selected is called cofold construction. And on your CBE platform, it is practice exam number 1. Okay, so click on the practice exam folder, practice exam number 1. Interestingly, this paper, cofold construction, was the first ever SBL paper. So when the SBL was introduced, this paper was the first SBL paper. So very interesting paper. Right. So let me share my screen. Share my screen. All right. Are you guys able to see this beautiful girl on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Good. She's all yours now. So, guys, please keep yourselves muted, okay? Abdul Kabir. So when you scroll down to SBL, you hear ACCA official resources. Past exam, no. Practice exam, yeah. So practice exam number 1, assign it to yourself and then go on the left. And I will search for practice exam, this one, resume. So we'll be doing task number 1A. So please open up task number 1. And can you read task number 1A up till the professional skills marks? Time starts now. So you are Alex Larson, the Senior Non-Executive Director of CC. So your role has been defined here. Your name is Alex, and you are a Senior Non-Executive Director of CC. That's a big thing, right? That you normally, the roles we get is finance manager or an external consultant. But here in this case study, you are a Senior Non-Executive Director of the board, right? So you have a very senior position in the company, a responsible position in the company, because you are one of the directors. Not a normal director, but a senior non-executive director, right? So my first question, are we internal or external? What do you think? Please type. Interesting. So I'm getting a mix of answers. 2/3 students are saying internal, 1/3 students are saying external. Right. All right, guys. So please listen very carefully. From an SBL perspective, right? A non-executive director is an internal person. Okay. What's the logic? That although I understand that he is non-executive, which means he's an outsider, he's independent. I understand all that. But he's part of the board, right? He is part of the board of directors, and board is always considered as internal, right? So even though he's a non-executive director, he's sitting on the board, he's responsible, answerable to the shareholders. So the board is internal, right? So for simplicity's sake, please keep in mind that a non-executive director, we will adopt an internal tone, okay? Because he's part of the board. Okay. Now CC has been invited to tender for the contract for the construction of the new road in Beetle. So CC is planning to tender for constructing some road in a place called Beetle. You have doubts about the contract and you want it to be discussed thoroughly at the CC's next board meeting. You means Alex, the senior non-executive director, has doubts about the contract and you want to discuss it thoroughly at the next board meeting, right? Prepare a briefing paper, that's the format for the board, which analyzes financial and non-financial issues, which will affect the final decision of whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle. Very interesting. I'll read again. Analyze the issues. Normally, when you skip some words like some details, the requirement might become easier. I would say analyze issues which will affect the final decision of whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle. So we are planning to tender for this project, but you as a senior non-executive director has some doubts and you want to raise various issues relating to this project in the next board meeting so that the board can discuss these issues before they take a final decision. Is the requirement clear, guys? Analyze issues which will affect the final decision. Is the requirement clear? So we have to identify possible risks, possible issues relating to the Beetle contract. Good, good. And professional skills marks are available for demonstrating analysis skills in identifying information which is relevant to the decision. All right. So last time we did evaluation skills. Remember, in the previous class, I taught you what is evaluation skills. Can anybody remind me what is evaluation skill? Please type pros and cons. Yes, evaluation skill means that we have to include both pros and cons in our answer. We have to include both positive and negative points in our answer. We have to give a 360-degree view of favorable as well as unfavorable points. Right, right. Today, I will teach you analysis skills. Analysis skills is also very easy. Analyze means basically in layman words, you need to investigate. Okay, analysis means you need to identify or investigate from the given information. For example, when we do a variance analysis, do you know what a variance analysis is? We know what a variance analysis is. So supposing our revenue for this year has reduced as compared to last year, right? For example, our total revenue for this year has reduced or fallen as compared to last year. So obviously the board, the management would like to know the reasons for the fall, right? The reasons for the fall or unfavorable variance. So those reasons basically is analysis skills when we investigate or when we identify the reasons for any movement. So what can you think of 3 possible reasons why revenue can fall? Please type. Can you think of any 3 possible reasons in your view why our revenues can fall? High cost? No, fuck, man. I'm talking about revenues, not profits. Revenue means sales. Good. I like the answers. Fall in demand, fall in volumes, fall in selling price, poor marketing, high competition, economic recession. Very nice. So what you just did was analysis. This is analysis skills that you're trying to identify the reasons. Okay. So analysis skill simply means identify the reasons or the root cause, investigate the reasons or the root cause from the exhibit. That's about it. So again here, if you read this portion again, professional skills are available for demonstrating analysis skills in identifying information which is relevant. So nothing extra needs to be done as long as we identify various issues from the exhibit, you are done. I repeat, you just need to identify the various issues relating to Beetle contract and you are done. Nothing extra needs to be done. Is this clear? Analysis skills. All we need to do is identify the reasons, the root causes from the exhibits. It's I think perhaps it's the most easiest because everything is given in the exhibit. As long as you identify the reasons from the exhibits or the issues or the root cause, you're done. Very good. All right. My next question, what is the total marks for this part 1A? Total marks. 18 plus 4, 22. How many points are required? 22 divided by 2, 11 points. Right. So please make the briefing paper format and the skeleton right now, giving major headings. Time starts now. Now try to speed up because now this is the 3rd briefing paper we are doing. So let's see. All right. Let's compare the format. The top heading is briefing paper to the board of directors from Alex Larson. Subject issues relating to Beetle contract. You can also write Beetle contract. Date, I was not able to find any date, so I will just write today. Introduction, this briefing paper, and then I copy pasted this entire thing from the requirement. And the broad headings I gave was financial issues, non-financial issues, and then the closure. Now we know that we are supposed to identify issues relating to the proposed Beetle contract, right? So I want you to open the pre-seen material. Can you please read the introduction portion First, it will tell you about what CC does. And then if we can find anything which talks about Beetle or Beetle contract, we will highlight it. All right. So just read introduction, which is like 3 or 4 paragraphs. Your time starts now. So CC is a listed construction company. Interesting. We are a listed company. And what is our home country? We are based in a country called Omega Land, right? That's our home country. Omega Land has 2 neighboring countries, Alphia and Beetle. So Omega Land is our home country, and there are 2 neighbors, Alphia and Beetle. So Beetle is our neighboring country. The countryside in both Alphia and Omega Land is generally flat. In Beetle, there is a large range of mountains. Interesting. So Beetle has a mountainous terrain, a mountainous geography, whereas Omega Land and Alphia have flat terrains. All 3 countries use the same currency. The board comprises 50% executive directors and 50% independent non-executive directors. That's good because we are a listed company. What is our business? CC's core business is to provide support services such as upgrade of electricity networks and road renewal and maintenance in all 3 countries. So we are maintaining all the roads, the electricity network in all the 3 countries. Plus, it has also undertaken road construction projects of increasing size and complexity. So we also construct road as well. So initially, CC carried out most of its major construction projects in Omega Land. That's normal, that when we normally start with the home country. So in our home country, we have carried out most of its major projects in the home country. And the biggest one is, I don't know, the ring road of blah, blah, blah. CC has also started to develop a portfolio in Alphia. So now we have also started constructing roads in Alphia, which is our neighboring country. Right? To date, CC has not carried out any road construction project in Beetle. Very interesting. So it will be our first time we will be constructing roads in Beetle. However, an opportunity has arisen for CC to tender for a construction of a major road in Beetle, which would be the biggest project CC has undertaken to date. So if we get this tender, if we construct this road in Beetle, this road project will be the biggest project we have ever done to date. Good. So I can pick up some information relating to Beetle. I will say Beetle, there is a large range of mountains. I will copy it in my non-financial. And then to date, CC has not carried out any projects in Beetle. Interesting. I'm just picking up some sentences relating to Beetle, and then we can see and talk about it. Would be the largest. So if we get this contract, then Beetle contract would be the largest, biggest project. All right. So I picked up some basic information about Beetle because we are supposed to talk about issues or risks relating to Beetle contract. Any questions, guys, so far? Guys, please don't type unless I ask you to share your thoughts. I'm seeing some comments. Please avoid comment. So understood so far? It's easy. Let's move to. Now, can you read? Yes, Daniel.
Sir.
Walaikum salam.
So my question was that what was your mindset when you were picking those lines up from there and pasting them in non-financial issue?
Any information relating to Beetle, I'm picking it up.
Right. So
because we have to talk about Beetle contract.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, now I want you to read this exhibit, but there is very less information on this exhibit. I think we can skip this. Can you just read this first paragraph? Please read the first paragraph. I don't want to read unnecessary stuff. All right. So good positive information that CC results have shown increased profitability and stronger cash flows. Why? Because CC has concentrated on larger projects with high margins and advantageous contract terms. So this is our strategy, that we want to go for large projects with good profit margin. That's it. Can you read the second paragraph? Because there are some statistics here which we can use. Right. So what is the value of the largest project we have done so far? Let me know. Please type. What is the largest project we have done so far? 10 billion. So we have built a very large road worth 10 billion contract, right? That's our largest. Okay. Now just read the last paragraph. This one, I'm delighted to report. Right. So what is this paragraph about? So remember in the earlier part of introduction, we have also started building roads in Alphia, right? But now it's saying that our operations in Alphia are showing a profit for the first time in 4 years. So we have been incurring losses in Alphia. And after 4 years, Alphia has become profitable. And the main reason for the losses was from the contract of construction of roads. So we were building roads in Alphia, but we were incurring losses on it. So I don't know how we can link this with Beetle, but I would want to copy paste it somewhere. I'll just copy paste it somewhere, and then we will later on see if we can use this information in context of Beetle. All right, now let's move on. Can you come to this table, which is called specific risk? Just scroll down a bit. Yes, Tejas, you have a question?
Hi, sir. Why can't we use the profitability factor in the financial information and not in the non-financial?
When we say financial, it normally means values or financial projection or P&L, right? This one is not a financial projection of Beetle or a P&L. It is just a side information, but it's not a big deal. I mean, if you think it can go under financial, I'm fine with that. That's not a big issue.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Now, please, guys, read these two paragraphs about health and safety. Can we somehow use this? Can this be a risk or an issue in Beetle contract, health and safety of employees? What do you think? As a director, I would want to safeguard our company, right? And in last year, we have paid fines. So I'll pick up this sentence. I will paste it here. Okay. And then we will see what to do with it. Now, can you read the portion tendering? So here I can see that the board has given a minimum profit margin of for 8%. So that is the profit target which we have to see. So when we are analyzing Beetle contract, we have to see whether the profit margin is 8% or not. So I can put this under financial issues, right? So again, I think in context of Beetle, environmental can be a challenge, right? So I'm just copy pasting some points. Maybe later on we might try to think of deleting it. Maintaining liquidity is very, very important. That's the whole message here, yeah? That maintaining liquidity is very important. So I'll just copy this and put it under financial, that we have to check the liquidity aspects of Beetle contract. So what are the points we have gathered so far regarding Beetle contract? Number one, for financial aspects, we need to check whether the Beetle contract, what is the profit margin? Is it above 8% or not? We have to check that there is no liquidity or financing issues relating to Beetle contract. And then, Beetle is a large range of mountains. We have never constructed road in Beetle before. Beetle would be our biggest project to date. We have fucked up in Alphia in the past. We have paid health and safety fines. And, we also want to focus on environmental things. Let me just rectify this pasting errors. All right. So these are the various risks or issues which I can think of as a senior non-executive director. Do you think these are the points the board should discuss properly before we go for the contract? What do you think, guys? So these are certain possible issues or risks which I think the board should discuss properly before we decide to go for the contract. All right, I want to read the requirement one more time before we start this. Analyze the financial and non-financial issues which will affect the final decision of whether to accept the contract to build the road in Beetle. So we have identified issues which I think should be discussed before we take a final decision. Now, for the financial aspect, a financial projection has also been provided. We will look into that after a few minutes. But before that, I want to talk about non-financial issues first. So these are some points which we have picked up. Who wants to speak and elaborate on these issues? Please raise your hand. Any issue you can decide you can speak. Raise your hand, please. Who wants to speak about any of the issues? Let's see. All right. Okay, please raise your hand. I want some new students as well. Please try and participate. All right, Shikha. Unmute Shikha.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Shikha.
Hello.
What is your role?
So it's a financial non-executive director.
You are a senior non-executive director. So you are a director on the board.
Yeah.
So you want to highlight some issues relating to Beetle contract, right?
Yes.
Okay, which issue would you like to bring to the board's notice?
I'll go with the first one. It said that CC has not carried out any road construction project in Beetle.
This one? CC has not carried out any road construction project in Beetle, all right? So what do you think is the possible issue here?
So CC would not be, so has to do its own research regarding the regulations that is there in Beetle before entering into the market.
Only regulations?
Regulations, how the economy as well, what's the, yeah.
Interesting. So we are first time constructing a road in Beetle, right?
Yes.
So we have no previous experience of constructing road in Beetle.
Yeah.
Nice. So we need to be familiar with the political situation, the economy, the rules, the regulations. How about suppliers and labor and all those things?
Yes, suppliers and the labor laws as well, and labor, the availability of laborers and the costing as well.
Very good. Very good. Done. You are done. So since we are doing things for the first time in Beetle, we must be aware of certain things, right? We are entering a new country to build a road.
Yeah.
So what will be your punchline?
Since CC has not carried out any road construction project in Beetle. My punchline.
Very good. So guys, can you please draft two-liner on this? Once you are done, please paste your answer. Good. No SFA. SFA we only use for acquisition. Guys, please type your answer properly and then paste. I don't want stupid answers. Start with a punchline. Muhammad Bilal, where is your punchline? Umair, this is very, very short and very, very general. Please copy paste the punchline first. Alcia, where is your punchline? Especially those students who are attending a live class for the first time. Please, you have to always start with a punchline from the exhibit and then elaborate your point. Rida, it's a bit lengthy. Rafe, it's a bit lengthy. I don't want deep answers. I want simple, basic answers. Otherwise, you will struggle with time management. Yes, we will use we or us because we are internal. We are part of the board. All right, guys, good. Well done. Now let's see who wants to speak. Some new name. Yusra.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, so I'd like to talk about the first one.
First one. Can you read the
Yes.
punchline for me?
Yes, in Beetle, there is a large range of mountains. There is 90 mountains. Yeah.
What's the
So-
issue in this?
Our experience in building roads is mainly in Omegland and Alpia, which are flat, which is generally flat. So we'll have to consider whether we have the right equipment to carry the road constructions. And we, yes.
Very
like-
nice. So Yusra is saying that our experience so far was constructing road in flat lands. We don't have any experience of building roads in mountainous regions. We've never done that before. So we might not have the experience, the skilled labor, the equipment to build road in mountain region. Very nice. I really like it. So tell me, Yusra,
Yes.
Which chapter is this? Or was it common sense?
No. It's common sense, but it's also under the SFA framework, the feasibility.
No, it's just common sense. Because it's a mountain region, as a director, I'm thinking that we have no experience of mountain region. We don't have the people, the equipment. So it's just common sense thinking of identifying issues. No chapter can teach you this, that mountainous region might have its own challenges. It's just using your common sense. All right, guys, please draft this point. Good. Much better, guys. We always start. Yes, Josefa is also saying that weather can be an issue. Josefa, you have a mic? You can also talk about weather-related challenges and disruptions. I like that. Also, weather issues can cause disruption and delays. Interesting. Very logical point. Very nice. Yes, Abdul Kabir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, do I have to comment on a new issue, or can I just go on with the existing issue and elaborate it more?
No, new issue. Any issue.
Okay. I want to comment on our sustainability targets.
Our what? Sustainable environmental targets?
Yes, environmental targets.
Very interesting. So what is your punchline?
Sir, we are more focused on the carbon emissions, and we want to lower our energy consumptions and other fuel consumptions, and we are more focused on our interactions with the communities where we operate.
Right. So now how can this be a potential issue or a risk in Beetle?
But if we go on and start all the projects in the mountainous region, it means that in mountainous regions, there will be more serious concerns to the environment, because you have to use heavy machinery, which means you will have to use
Very
more
good.
fuels and more energy. It also can lead to the air problems, because a lot of airs and all these things will be released in the environment, which means that now we are reducing out the carbon emission. We won't meet our target.
Baba, short answer, short. We cannot write all this. So your main crux is that because we will be constructing road in a mountainous region, meeting our environmental targets would be difficult because
Yes.
there will be more pollution, more disruption, more damage to nature, correct?
And yes, and more energy consumption, because we will have
More
to use
energy
heavy machinery this
consumption
time.
because we need more heavy equipments. Done. Very good. So I like this point. Abdul Kabir is saying that because we are building roads in a mountain region, we might not be able to meet our environmental targets because of more energy consumption, more damage, more pollution because of heavy equipment. Right, guys, please
Yes, sir.
type this point in your own words. Enough, Abdul Kabir, short and simple.
Thank you, sir.
Well done. Please type. But I don't like this this opening sentence. The punchline is very lengthy. So I don't like too much copy pasting. So I would just simplify reduction of energy and aims to minimize disruption to the environment. That's it. I just reduced the opening sentence. Now I will elaborate. Done. I don't want to go into lengthy stories. Hashir, it's a bit short, huh? So just elaborate slightly more on that. Good. Monica, where is your opening sentence? Please start with your punchline. Abdul Kabir, can I have you back? Abdul Kabir,
Yes, sir. I'm here.
this point which you gave about environment, what should be the subheading for it?
I think we can report it on our sustainability targets.
Environmental issues or environmental targets. That's it. Okay. Yusra, can I have you back?
Yes, sir.
Which point you gave? Large mountains or the no experience?
Yes, like mountains.
What should be the subheading for your point?
Technology.
What? Which was your point? This was your point, right? There was a large range of mountains.
Yes.
So this should be your subheading as well.
Oh,
So normally your subheading can be picked up from the punchline. What about this point? This was by Shikha, I think. Shikha,
Yes, sir. It could
can
be
you give me a
new,
subheading for your point? You can pick it up from the punchline.
new market.
No, from the punchline. CC has not carried out any road construction projects. You can say no experience. in Beetle. That's it. Okay, Shikha?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now, who wants to speak? Let me check. Hashir.
Yes, hello. So, sir,
Walaikum salam.
my point would be the biggest project which CC has undertaken till date, right?
Wow. It would be the biggest project CC has undertaken to date. Very interesting. So what is the issue coming to your mind?
Okay, so the issue that is coming to my mind is that the company might not have enough experience in the biggest project, right? Because you obviously need products, employees to hire when you're going to a new place, and you need financial resources as well, technical resources. So I mean, it could be that the company might be lacking experience in this region.
I think experience is not the right word. I understand what you're trying to say, but experience is not the right word. We already spoke about experience. Can I say, do we have the capability to handle this size of a project?
Yes, I think capability would be a much better word.
Because whenever we talk about large size or the biggest size, the first thing in my mind which comes is, do we have the resources? Do we have the capacity to handle that kind of a project, right? So I think resources, capacity, capability are the right words. Because we already spoke about experience in some other point, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you know what is the size of the project?
I think it's going to be bigger than $10 billion because the last project was $10 billion, which was the biggest.
Oh, very smart. You are saying it's bigger than 10 million because the last one we did was 10 billion, right? Okay, let me show you the size of this project. Can you see this? What is this?
$21 billion.
21 billion. So we have not yet gone through the financials, but when we go through the financials, you will find out that the Beetle contract is worth
21 billion.
$21 billion. And what was the largest we have done so far?
10 billion.
So it's slightly more or significantly more?
Significantly more.
I think it's bloody hell more than double, right?
Yes, sir. It's 110% increase in the.
Yeah.
Yes. We can talk about
Right.
the
So then the question is, do we have the balls to do this kind of a project? Balls is the right word? No, it's not. What's the right word?
capabilities.
Capability, the resources, the capacity to handle this. Very good point. So now how will we draft it? So we have some statistics, right? So if we put some statistics, it will give some perspective and will get us some extra marks. So what statistics can we put here, Hashim?
I mean, the project size itself is a very good statistics that is 110% increase from the last biggest project that we did, I mean, like 50% increase. Oh, twice the
I'm
size.
not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of percentage increase. I'm more into values.
$11 billion increase.
So we will say the Beetle contract is worth $21 billion, whereas the largest project CC has done to date is $10 billion. So now the reader can immediately see what is the size of the project. And then we will see CC will need to analyze whether we have the capacity and the resources required to handle this size of the project, handle projects of this size or magnitude, whatever word is easy for you. Done. Can you read it for me?
I mean, we need to change the punchline. We are taking from the question, but the punchline would be this will be the CC's biggest project till date. The Beetle contract is worth 21 billion, whereas the largest project CC has done till date is $10 billion. CC will need to analyze whether we have the capabilities, capacity, and the resources required to handle the project of this size.
Absolutely correct. So what heading would you like to give to this?
Capabilities or capacity.
No, from the punchline.
Biggest project.
Done. Very nice. Well done, boy. Okay, Bhupe.
Hi, sir.
Hi. Which issue would you like to talk about?
Let's talk about the CC is obliged to report.
Sorry, which one?
CC is obliged to report
Health and safety. Okay.
Yeah, health and safety.
So this can be an issue in Beetle?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're going to be Beetle, which is a mountainous area, which they have no experience in, and already they've had 300,000 fines based on the current places that they're working in. So that's only going to increase over time in Beetle.
Because it's mountainous region, you think the risk of health, accidents, and safety will be higher?
Yes, that's correct.
Right. Yeah, it's logical point that because we are building in a mountainous region, the risk of health and safety will be higher.
Yeah.
So we need to be very, 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 very careful regarding health and safety procedures so that, we are not screwed. Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
If there is a health and safety issue, is that good for the company or bad for the company?
This is bad for the company.
Why? What is
Uh,
the impact of a health and safety issue?
Well, this will impact the employers, and it will also impact the company's reputation.
Reputation, that's one. So it can hurt the reputation. What else?
It will
How about
decrease.
fines?
Yeah, the fines will decrease their profits because they're paying out more costs.
Right. So if there's a health and safety issue, it can affect the company's reputation. It can lead to financial losses in terms of fines and penalties. It can also lead to legal complications.
Yeah.
If someone dies, you might have to face legal complications, like a case or a lawsuit and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So there are three major implications of health and safety. Can you repeat that for me? Number one?
Number one would be, well, the three major implications of health and safety. Number one would be the cost. So this would impact their revenue. As they'll be paying.
What cost?
The cost of fines.
Use the specific word. Fines and penalties. Number two is reputational risk. Number three is legal complications.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, guys, all of you can type. What are the three? Abdul Kabir, please use my exact words. Don't try to improvise. What are the three things? Reputational risk, fines and penalties, the legal complications or issues. All of you, please write, because this is tested many times in other papers as well. So we have to be very clear. Any health and safety issue can lead to reputational loss, legal fines and penalties, legal complications. Right. Well done. So Bhupe has mentioned very nicely that because it's a mountainous region, the risk of health and safety will be higher, which can lead to reputational loss, more fines and penalties, and legal complications. Please draft. Right. Any more non-financial issues before we move to financial? I'm lowering all hands. Any more non-financial issue you want to speak about, please raise your hand. We can speak about Alfia not performing good. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Abdul.
Sir, since we are taking, if we take this project, which is the biggest we have ever taken, it means it will also affect our the current operations, like we are the electricity network that we are maintaining in other maintenance or other countries. So if we don't have enough staff and we divert all other resources to complete that project, it means it will negatively impact our current operations, which is the core operations of the company.
Very, very interesting point. I like that. You are saying that since we will be handling such a big project, there is a risk that it might affect our current operations of, whatever our maintaining electricity network and road maintenance, whatever. Very interesting, very logical point. Yes. So as a director, I would ask the board that how will we make sure that our existing operations are not affected because of this huge project? Very interesting. I like it.
Especially when we have recently experienced a loss in the construction project. So business will now this time
Enough,
be,
enough.
more.
Enough. I don't want deep answers. Enough. Just two-liner enough that it may affect our current operations because it's a very big project for us. So let's add this point. What should be the heading for this? Current operations?
Impact on current operation.
All right, guys, please type. All right, now let's focus on financial issues. So far, what do we know about financial issues? The first point is the board is considering 8% profit margin and maintaining liquidity is extremely important for our stability. These 2 points we already know, right? Now, if you open up the pre-scene, scroll down to page number 7, and you will see the forecast revenue and cost for the Beetle project. They have done some kind of projections. Right, so I want you to go through these numbers, go through this exhibit and gather some points, gather some issues, some questions, some problems from this. You have 5 minutes, time starts now. All right, guys. Did you understand this exhibit? It's mentioned that the construction will begin in May X2 and will be completed in December X5. So 4 almost 3.5 years, right? Slightly more than 3.5 years. The project duration is 3.6 years, correct? Okay, and what progress payments from governments are as follows. First payment, 20% will be made on 30th April, then 25% payment on 30th April X4, and then another 20% payment on 28 Feb X5, and the final 35% payment will be made on. So we will be receiving $21 billion, but according to the progress of the work, and this is the payment schedule. And then there are certain costs, projected costs for X2, which is from May till December. And then X3, X4, X5, total cost is 19 billion. That's it. All right. Okay, so my first question. What is the total revenue from Beetle project? Total revenue, 21 billion, right? What is the total cost? 19 billion. So what is the profit from this project? 2 billion. So as per this forecast, we will earn 21 billion revenue, 19 billion is the cost, so 2 billion is the profit. What is the profit margin in terms of percentage? 9.5%. Yes. How do you calculate profit? 2 billion divided by revenues. 2 divided by 21 is 9.5%. Very nice. What is the target set by the board? 8%. So that's good or bad? That's good, right? That's acceptable because the profit margin of Beetle project is 9.5%, whereas the target by the board is 8%. So that from a profit margin point of view, the project is acceptable. Can you please draft this point for me? Oh, sorry, the